Welcome to WrestlingTruth.com. They're your source for an online interactive wrestling community, providing the truth behind the dirt sheets and rumors. It's WrestlingTruth.com, revealing the truth behind the headlines.
Hey guys, it's Liam, one of the co-hosts from the Suplah here, and I am introducing a brand new spin-off show of the Suplah. This is Liam's Video Game Corner. Now in this little spin-off show that I've got going here, I'm going to be talking about the latest like SmackDown games, TNA games, things like that, things that might interest some of the guys out there. And you know, being a big gamer, I thought I'll be the one who takes this up. And I know it's a bit weird debuting this in January when there's no scheduled games to come out, but I am doing it for a special reason. I can't even talk today. I'm doing it for a special reason. I found out that that there's a new downloadable content pack for the SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 game, and I'll briefly say what they are and give my own opinions and descriptions about them. So we've got three main things. We've got new costumes, a new character, and a new arena, which is really cool. There's three new costumes that will be available in this pack. The first one is CM Punk's masked attire, or his straight edge society attire. As you remember, earlier last year, Punk lost a hair versus hair match, I think it was, and he got shaved bald, and to try and cover up his baldness he wore a mask. This is that attire. It's cool, I guess. You know, I prefer Punk without the mask. I think he looks cooler without the mask. I think he just looks like a dick with the mask, but it's there, which is kind of cool, I guess. And I mean, it is keeping it up to date. I've seen a lot of people online when they heard about this complaining that it's not update enough, we should have Punk with short hair, but I don't think people understand how difficult it is to make these sort of characters. You know, they would have to start the, you know, I think THQ with this game seems to be doing the most hard work that they ever have with trying to keep it up to date. 09 they started and then they didn't bother. 2010 only had one downloadable pack, which was Stone Cold. This one, they actually seem like they're actually trying to do something to try and keep the game as up to date as possible. Sure, Punk doesn't wear the mask anymore, but he's in there, I guess, and it's better than nothing, I assume. The next one is John Cena's purple attire. Really not that bothered about this. It's just John Cena wearing a new kind of t-shirt and his wristbands are purple instead of orange. I could have done that in Superstar Threads anyway. I don't know. The next one is Sheamus. This time he's now got writing on his trunks. It's the exact same style of trunks and the same colour, it's just got writing on the front. I don't really know why. I thought he always had writing on his trunks. I might be wrong. I don't know, but this one's got writing, but it doesn't even, unlike the CM Punk one, which was completely different, this one just has writing on the trunk, so I don't really understand the big deal about it. Then we have a new character coming into the game. It's Badass Undertaker. You remember the Undertaker from SmackDown, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth and SmackDown Here Comes the Pain? That Undertaker, well, he's going to be in this game. And as I stated, he's actually going to be a different character compared to the Dead Man Undertaker, which is quite cool. So we can probably expect new finishes, different stats and things like that. But I've seen a leaked entrance of Badass Undertaker, and I've got to admit it's very disappointing. He still comes out with the Dead Man tune and the Dead Man Titantron video, and he walks to the ring. And I just thought, you know, if you're gonna go down having that sort of character, whose entrance was very memorable, and he came down on the bike, if you're gonna do that, then keep it in tone with what you did, what happened in real life. I would it's nice that they've got it, but if they were going to go down that road, I would have rather had his Big Evil American Badass whatever theme song, if possible, and him to come out on the motorbike. But saying that, you can always do it yourself. I know there's an entrance on the game, a default entrance. It used to be Chuck Palumbo's entrance from SmackDown 2009. They've carried it on through to this game. You can assign Undertaker that entrance, so he does come out on the bike. It's slightly different to what he originally did, but he does come out on the bike, and of course you can import your own music. So if you do manage to find and download the Big Evil or American Badass songs from the internet, stick it on the PlayStation or the Xbox, and you've got his entrance, his real entrance essentially. And then the latest arena that you can download is the WCW Nitro Arena. Now, this is the one that I think is the coolest out of the entire downloadable pack, because now you can, I mean, essentially what you can do, you know, in story mode, you can now do a WCW story. You can have, like, you can run through WCW, you can create WCW wrestlers, and essentially completely forget about WWE and even ECW in the SmackDown story designer, and just do redo classic WCW stories, or even like a brand new one where WCW comes back from the dead, Resurrection, and maybe a cooler version of what was ECW's Resurrection. But you know, it's always cool. I think that's really cool that you've got WCW Nitro. So, you know, that's my 2 cents. Overall, I don't think this is that much of an amazing pack. I thought the second pack, pack 2, was the better pack so far. I mean, that had British Bulldog. That alone was fantastic. It had the Nexus, all that sort of stuff. This one, it's mainly just attires. It's not really attires that it's not really costumes I care about. You know, I'm not really going to fork over that much money for Sheamus to have writing on his trunks, because I'm not going to be looking at his crotch most of the time, to be honest. But that's my opinion. The only thing that would make me buy this would be the WCW Arena. That is it. I would say the Badass Undertaker, but I would have bought it. That would have been the reason why I bought the pack, if he had his actual entrance. You know, he doesn't, but the WCW Arena, for me, is worth the money alone. I think that is definitely what sells it for me. Everything else I'm not too bothered about. But overall, I think it's better than Pack 1, but not quite as good as Pack 2. Just my opinion. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, or whatever. It'd be great to hear what people think of this downloadable pack, and of course I will bring you another episode of Liam's Gaming Corner when I get more news about games. So fantastic. Thank you very much.